Mindanao is the second largest island in the Philippines. It apparently has the most potential due to its untapped materials and resources. Unfortunately, it is also a place considered to be dangerous by travel agencies, and this is for a very good list of reasons. However, I cannot say that this is the case for all the cities here in Mindanao. I currently live here in Iligan City, one of the cities I believe to be rapidly developing. My name is James, and in this video, I'll let you experience firsthand on how the city operates and moves during the night. I was surprised at a certain post I previously saw on Facebook. It was a post that labeled Mindanao as a dangerous place to visit. I was dismayed since this is not true based on my experience. However, I was humbled and realized that there are a lot of things to consider, not just based on my experience. It was then when I had this idea to record myself walking on the streets of Iligan at night. This is not to convince anyone to visit the place, but to simply show you how we, the locals, see our city, especially at night. I decided to go out around 5 p.m. so I can show you the transition between late afternoon to night. As you can see, medium to heavy traffic is pretty common here, even more so during rush hour. This area here was heavily struck by a flash flood on February 2026. And if you look closely, you can see that there are still remnants of that recent incident. We've finally arrived at the heart of the city, and since we're relatively early, expect to see the bustling side of the town. All this area is traversed by almost every people, which is why you'll see a lot of stalls being placed in order to capitalize that. Most of the services here, if not all, are related to tech. Any concerns about your phone or laptop can be inquired here. Their services are perfect if you're looking for an easy access and a relatively affordable alternative. Since I got hungry and there's still quite some time, I decided to grab a street food right around this block. This place here has become a popular jeep terminal where they load passengers, catering mostly students and employees. Over here is the place we'll eat, an area containing variety of street foods which is popular to both students and employees as well. The set of food cost 30 pesos, which is roughly half a dollar. It used to cost 25 pesos only, but with the rising of prices, I guess they had to pump it up as well. After eating, I decided to sit for a while to break down the food and simply thought of where to go next before it starts to go dark. Before I decided to grab a matcha drink, I got a wholesome encounter from a group of energetic friends. Thank you guys for making me feel less nervous. I decided to visit one of my favorite cafes here. It has been a while since I tasted their matcha drink. It seems that they have moved for now due to an existing renovation. Fortunately, the temporary location is just near from where they originally were. This is Ice Cafe. I found their place last 2 years, I think. I loved their matcha with ice cream and sandwich last time. I ordered the matcha with ice cream drink, and at first, I was simply surprised at how the two products complement each other. After I finished the drink, I looked around and was amazed at how the sky looks. During weekends, a local night market opens with stalls installed on roads, which unfortunately results to traffic. However, it's a great weekend event in my opinion, as it helps small businesses and gives them a chance to display products on large amounts of people. Welcome to the night market, a Friday to Sunday event perfect for family and friends gathering. Food, clothing, and accessories are all relatively affordable. This section of the market just consists of foods, while on the other side, which we'll inspect, consists of mostly non-foods. I consider night market as a perfect place to try out different kinds of things. In this case, trying out a food that I don't usually see being served in a local cafe. Over here is the pork section, foods that either contain pork or pork products, strategically isolated so that people who are forbidden to eat can simply avoid the area. Over here is a popular place for chess players. Most of them are adults, some are passing time, and some even are playing with money at stake. This section is for products that are non-food, perfect if you're looking for items that are affordable and looking for a place with lots of options. Things that I usually see here are clothes, shoes, perfumes, and cosmetics. I once bought sweaters here as well, since there was a time I liked collecting it. Over here is the extension of the night market. Since the initial area could not contain the stalls, some of them are put here. And that concludes our quick trip in the night market. As you've seen, even at night and on specific days of the week, there are still a lot of people out here. Let's try visiting areas that are not as crowded as the night market. I think it's still fairly early, especially since it's the weekend, which is why we still see a lot of people during this time. As we move from block to block, we begin to see that there are some areas that are no longer crowded as before. I'm thinking as to where I'd go next. I'd like to go somewhere where it's like a landmark, but at the same time, I don't want to spend money doing it. In other words, I'd like to spend my time here in the streets without spending too much money. Over here is the back of Kaisana Mall, a mall that was finished way back when I was a kid.
Barbecue.
Let's try walking on this alley to see how areas like this look during the night. What was once an alley full of people now stays quiet during this time of the day. Part of this place is actually a cemetery. During November, families gather here to pay their visit. I used to be familiar with this place since I rented a room way back 3 years ago. This is how dark the place can sometimes be. However, in this case, it's simply because there is a construction going on. forgot to mention the place, but this is Villa Verde. This building behind me did not exist way back then. If I'm not mistaken, this is a coffee shop or a cafe that I haven't visited yet. I decided to go back to the highway since I don't want to get lost going further back then. It's 7 p.m. and lots of people and vehicles are still in the city. I headed towards an overpass and perhaps show you a bigger view for a bit. It's a great view from here, and I'd like to commend the people who are making the city clean and safe. During September, this place gets crowded since it's the festival month, and the place across turns into a carnival or fair. In the far future, this is going to be the location of a new mall as well. But for now, it stands as the current location of Carnival. I'm heading to the nearest 7-Eleven to get myself a water, but it's still far a bit from where I am. However, I think this is a good way to show you the landscape and perhaps the experience of walking in Mindanao at night. 7-Eleven is just across this street. If you noticed why this place is busy, it's because there is a university in this area. Welcome to Tibanga, the home of my university. After quenching my thirst, I started walking back to the heart of the city. This has been the longest walk I've had for a while, and I hope that I've managed to show you somewhat the reality of the safety here in Iligan. This is Mandawi Foam, an establishment focusing on furniture, and it seems like the business of selling stuff is somewhat booming. Public roads have become more quiet as the night deepens in the city. Let's start exploring the other areas of this town, which is called Palao, a place focused on nightlife and eatery. It's a long walking distance from here, and we'll basically head back to crowded areas. If you noticed, this was the same area that was full of people around 5 p.m. All the stores have closed and all the employees had gone home to take their rest. To be honest, walking around at night can be scary, but the thing I keep in mind is to be super aware to the surroundings. Welcome to Palao, a place popular as well during weekends due to bars and restaurants. Visiting this area doesn't feel like night at all. The illuminating lights keeps everything alive. Bars, cafes, and restaurants built here are almost always profitable due to its strategic location. One of the popular bars here is called cerveza, a local term for beer. Various people gather here due to its open area that has live DJ music. This one here is One Bots, an enclosed premium bar perfect for dancing with friends. I felt hungry with all the walking and headed to a carinderia to fuel myself. The food that I have cost 40 pesos, which is only less than $1.
7 point.
It's now 10 o'clock in the evening. During this time, I have usually gone home and is in front of my computer, watching YouTube, playing games, or looking for opportunities. Finally, I have decided to spend the rest of my time here in a pop-up store. I just ordered a coffee sachet that cost 20 pesos. This includes the hot water needed to brew the drink. I then took a break and played Stardew Valley, which is my favorite game of all time. Finally, I've decided to call it a day and head back home. I hope this video has helped to show you the reality of walking in the streets of Mindanao, my city to be specific. Just like any place in the world, I don't think the city is 100% safe. Although I'm just super happy that I still get to go out and explore the place at night.